Yeah, for this one, I would say mainly focusing on like the macro and team fighting post 10 minutes. I would say I was like somewhat fucking around in the early game, but once it got later, I was like, okay, how do I find engage angles and play the map?
Everyone's playing Wukong now, huh?
Yeah, it kind of snowballed. I had the idea like late last season, but I didn't want to like put games into it, and now I'm just doing it. Although I did play a game on Zen today that felt quite good, so I think he's still pretty strong.
Yeah. This guy is crazy. Oh, you're just punishing their mistakes so far. Yep. Good patience on the W. Ooh. That rose spawned. Uh, oh, the rose just spawned just then. Crazy.
I think I appreciated how much damage I would take on that.
Yeah. Just basic rule of thumb as Wukong, like, you just have one of the lowest base MRs in the game, so
Yeah,
versing
you were
AP
saying
champs
that.
sucks.
Well, it gets like really hard late game because ideally like not would be the primary engage, but he was not finding the angles and you know yeah this Lux is just blowing me up.
Yeah, you gotta respect the definitely gotta respect the block slash Heimerdinger damage before you get MR. Now you've got a null magic mantle, it actually makes quite a big difference. Like now you don't get one shot. See what I mean?
Okay, question. Like, is that time spent top worth it? Because the Vlad ends up being like absolutely useless. Don't think the guy knows how to play Vlad. Like, should I just have been trying to use all my tempo bot? Obviously, it like worked out top
No.
there and that I get a kill, but
No, because you don't have ulti here, Alex. Since you don't have
yeah.
ulti here, this is like free time. Like,
Okay.
of course you could do your 2 camps, but this is the same as doing a camp, right? Just killing this guy. Now that you have ulti, I wouldn't put resources top, yeah. I would be putting it in mid
Yeah.
bot slash jungle. Like
I
this
don't.
guy is
Yeah.
controlling,
Well,
so you could mess with him too.
I think I wasn't sure if he had ult, and it's also a little bit of a test on if I can kill. I think I
Yeah,
can if he doesn't flash, right?
yeah. That's your W. Wait. Oh, you W queued. Okay. Let me see if you should have W. That's the only question in my head.
I think I gap close without it.
I think you should try E the minions, Q R, and then W, like you need to save your
Oh,
W for the
I
Heimerdinger.
can also, yeah, I can also smite him maybe to slow him while my R catches.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm looking at here is the fact that you're not utilizing
Mm.
your W by the only thing that's stopping him from killing you is if he stuns you, basically.
Yeah,
He's dead. If he misses his stun, he's literally dead. So having a way to
yeah,
hold your W there would have been a free kill.
fair. This is me fighting for that feat of strength, but they got it first.
Yeah.
We'll go around with the Janna.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously like sloppy play. I should be like kiting the scuttle away from them. Um,
Yeah, I
but curious.
think.
Once I'm like out of position, is that the right way? Like, do I just need to commit on trying to kill the Kate instead of getting
Oh,
away?
once you're here, no, once you're
Yeah.
here, you have to recognize that if you get EQ'd, Caitlyn's not gonna follow up, right? So you still have a chance to live here. Like if you just keep walking. Like imagine you get EQ'd, Caitlyn's gonna barely get one auto attack on you, maybe, right? Because the follow up's not there. I'll just be watching the distance between her
Yeah.
and
Why do you think I see? Okay, I see one auto, but couldn't she Q for a lot of damage?
yeah, if she
Like,
hits her
wouldn't I
Q.
just die to her Q?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you might. The other thing is the scuttle's about to drop, so the movement
Yeah.
speed's about to go, right? That's the other
True.
thing. And then another point that I should point out is you can cancel the Jarvan EQ with your ult, and then turn on Jarvan, and then kite, and then still be kiting him while Caitlyn's not in range because you have the extra movement speed and the ulti movement
True.
speed
But
and the
I would take
Triforce.
I would take the Q damage from the Jarvan, right? Like,
Yeah,
it
of
would
course,
stop
which is
him from
nothing.
knocking me up.
Yeah, he does no
No,
damage.
it's a lot of damage. The Q?
Jarvan? Nah. The only person that's going to do damage to you in this scenario is going to be this guy. You have
Fair.
5 stacks of passive. If he
Yeah,
EQs
okay.
you right now and you cancel, it's nothing. It's like this. Janna's probably
Okay.
does more damage than you. Auto W.
Fair.
But yeah, you
I
could
mean,
definitely play like a
yeah,
range champ and kite them, basically, is what I'm saying.
yeah. I also could have flashed to safety. I was more like, oh, can I turn this?
Yeah, or burn your ulti, yeah. I would
Yeah,
probably cancel the ult with my ult, EQ with my ult, and then see if I could like outplay them and kiting them, waste their time slash
sure.
burn general. Like you're obviously not going to kill Jarvan because they have general, but you can make them work.
Hmm.
Nice, Solid Sky kicking in real good there. Nice W. Very nice. Just a small thing here. Cancel on your own terms, right? Like don't just spin here, until the end of the ult. Just cancel.
Like,
I'll auto queue.
once the queue's up,
Yeah, I'll auto queue. Yeah, straight
auto
away.
queue.
Straight away, because you know you're spinning. It's gonna tick. So after this
Yeah,
tick, you should already be auto queuing because the auto is gonna reset to 1 or like 0 when the queue's at 1 second, right?
sure.
and then you can auto attack
The
your animation.
the extra damage from that extra second on the R is not
No,
worth.
no,
Okay.
just look at the slow mo, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like almost nothing. True.
An auto Q does way more here.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can auto QE, which is like even better.
Yeah.
Like yeah, the way you want to think about Wukong ult is just a downtime when you don't have your Q, basically.
Okay.
Here, this is good, but I think you can be more sneaky, right? The wave's not coming in yet. You should just be on the flank, camping in these bushes. I mean, it's gonna be a new meta, but like the you got
Oh, instead of
tri-bush and
that bush,
tri-bush,
I like sneak in those other bushes.
lane bush, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Interesting.
you walk this way, obviously. But that
Yeah.
should be sort of watered. But yeah, you can have sweep and stuff, etc. But yeah,
Okay.
definitely something that I have to experiment with. But it seems pretty obvious to me that this is the best way to flank, right? If it's not top,
Hmm.
it has to be through the lane.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, obviously if the dragon's the objective, then like here's fine. But like assuming,
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like if it was Otacon, I
yeah,
also did see if it was Draco.
nice. All right, so we pretty much established quite a big lead here. You have a really good build now. You don't get one
Yeah,
shot.
the game feels so, like I feel like this is where I'm like somewhat locked in. I'm trying, but the game just feels hard. Obviously, like people are getting caught out. The Vlad is bad. The Anivia, like despite getting a couple shutdowns, doesn't ever like get a good pick. So
Uh,
yeah, it just feels hard.
I mean, at this point, it should be just waiting for MF respawn, and then life is good. Yeah, so MF's your strongest member in this game, right? Including yourself. She's
Yeah,
probably stronger than you. So, like, whenever you get in this situation where your strongest member is dead, they need to do something here, right? To come back in the game. So, like, here,
yeah,
you shouldn't be, like, creating any situation where there's going to be conflict. Even if like you can do this and you're fine, you're like baiting your teammates into like playing here.
fair.
It's just a good habit, right? Like just to avoid any. I mean, nothing really happened, but now you have to wait for Norlis again, and now Lux is MS by itself. You know, it's like we haven't got to a point where we actually like we're attacking them and we're not trying to like consistently try to get people on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Wait, maybe it's not because there's 5 people here. Okay, it's probably not good. Um, I mean the Baron
I
is okay.
think we end up trading it pretty well. Obviously, I didn't expect the whole squad to come there. I don't even know. I probably just needed one person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the trade ends up pretty well, but the problem is if you don't like start if you can't start sieging top, it's like really bad, basically, if that makes sense. Like it's good, you got one if they get Baron, you got 2 kills plus mid to 2, but if the siege starts failing, they outscale you basically, right? Because they're getting free farm technically on the init bot. So, yeah, like this is where kind of like unfortunately the pressure is on you to like end the not end the game, but like continue to push your lead while they just have to
Okay.
like defend. Like that's the game,
But
because
isn't what I'm doing as the next sequence like the right thing to do to push the lead? Like clear
yeah,
out vision in that
100%.
area. And,
Everything
okay.
looks good up until um we split up. So right here, everything's good up until you and Orla split up, and we face check this bush. Like this is sort of something that you have to. It's like it's
What
very
happens later where I'm like looking at the game and not exactly if like my dude has U-turn beside me because later I like force an engage that looks really bad in hindsight, but I didn't expect everybody to just kind of not come with me. So
Yeah, this looks good up until Norla's face checks, right? So it's like no one's showing, and the waves, there's no one showing on the waves, right? So that means there's 4 people missing, and they're obviously not hiding behind Heimerdinger. So it's sort of
yeah,
like the have to proceed with caution, and you have to be face checking because you can instantly press W for any skill shot, right? But Norlas can't do that, so it's sort of like the takeaway here is mainly just like cautioning your team about the bushes, and that's probably the only way this situation doesn't happen in like the future.
yeah, thought I'd be able to kill her.
Yeah, so um, this is good. It's just like this is not your target, you know. It's
Yeah,
Jenna is
it was not
very
worth the fly. Yeah.
yeah, Jenna is very hard to kill as Wukong, right? With no stick, like without any outside CC. So just
Mhm.
like try to keep that in mind.
Okay.
Like Jenna, I like all the ego mages with you know um mobility. I can't think of another one right now, but Jenna's like almost the perfect like counter to Wukong in terms of not
Seraphine,
Seraphine can be,
Karma.
yeah, Karma, yeah, right. Karma with the speed boost, with the Q, the W. It's like it's very it's not very good to use resources on them basically, unless you literally one-shot them in your full combo, right? You don't get the stick that you do with the melee trap that's gonna hit you back, right?
Hmm.
Because part of Wukong's kit is having the uh is wanting the Q multiple times, but you need an auto attack for that to happen, right? So just doing an E auto Q on someone mid late game is like nothing. You need the consistent Qs.
Like here, it's like I want this Nautilus to play more aggressive, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
so right
Feels
here is where you could have carried Alex. So basically, yep, they're starting. Look at where you're walking, right? It's like the same as the Atacon situation. Walk around. It doesn't matter if they know you're coming, you're threatening an angle in which they have to respect and walk here, which helps your team.
yeah.
And this is why you get Blue Pet too, right? This is why the purpose of Blue Pet is abusing positioning, right? Because you got
Mhm.
more moon speed. So that's something you can definitely work on. Even
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
no,
was even if you was Zin's out here, like I could argue the same thing, but it's less because Zin's out, you could just find a ward to Q and front to back and EQ knock up.
yeah, and your R would tank a lot of their
Exactly.
long
But
range damage.
Wukong, you definitely want to be threatening the flank.
Okay. Yeah, no, I brought this video because I figured it would be about like those angles on the team fights because I was not finding them. I
Yeah,
think
you're
here's
just
another
getting blown up
example where,
like when you're not even in range of the EQ.
yeah, right here I forced, and then I'm just like by myself.
Yeah, so this one is not good because look at where you are relative to your team when you start it. Even if Norse keeps walking with you, look at your follow-up. Like,
Yeah, well,
it's
I didn't
impossible.
see that Anivia was like completely back, right? Like if Anivia's in that bush, Heimer can't do what he's doing right now. And yeah, like I kind of had a sense my team was there, but I'm looking for the engage, and so I don't see that like MF. I don't know what she was autoing there, but he's out of range. And
Yeah.
I guess this is what I struggle with, where it's like you are trying to like pull the trigger when you see Kate out of position, but then you also need to like have awareness where your team
Oh,
is.
Jesus. Yeah, so if she's not out of, like, so let's establish why she's not out of position.
Yeah,
It's
she's
because
beside her whole squad. I,
the teammate follow-up, right? No one has an angle on her to follow up, right? You're not trying to solo kill her, right? When you engage, it's because you're creating a situation where Jarvan, Heimerdinger, and all these champs have to use abilities on you, and if you live, your whole team kills the rest of the team, right? That's sort of like the mindset that you should be um the mindset you should have. Like when engaging, it's about who's gonna follow up when I start the fight.
Mhm.
So that's like the big thing you can like sort of reflect on when you're looking to
So,
engage.
like, do your eyes go like left, right when you're in that position? Because obviously you've tried to like you've played engaged champs in like high pressure situations. What does your eye do?
So I'm always looking at my strongest member or my two, well, like my two strongest members, which would
Uh huh.
probably be MF or Vlad. Like this Vlad should be very strong, even though he might be 0-4. He should like just Vlad having being level 18 in the game. And then I'm
Yeah.
looking at my Norlis as well. Like that's your secondary engage or primary. Um,
Uh huh.
and I'm looking at their team's position as well. So or like and what the angle is, like we talked about in the other point of feedback with
Yeah.
angles. If we are
Like,
pure front to back, there's no advantage whatsoever. Like maybe it just like if someone's pure front to back, right? Then it purely comes down to who has more range. But when we create angles, range suddenly doesn't matter anymore, you know? So
mhm.
them having a Jenna, Heimerdinger, I don't know. I think they outrange you guys, right? Caitlyn
Yeah.
is really bad if you're purely front to back because you can draw Heimerdinger turret to block Norlis Q as well. All these things, but as soon as you involve angles, yeah, that's where they're gonna have problems.
So if you go back to there when we're in that bush, is it worth me Wing past the scuttle to try and get in that other bush? Like what is my right positioning leading
Which
into this?
bush?
Is there like right here if I past the scuttle vision and try and get in like the other part of their jungle? I guess like what's the best way to given that I have flash and ult here, what is the best way to like develop an angle from this position?
Given you have flash and ult, you're right now. I'm not even looking for an angle because we're not gonna fight them in the jungle because we have zero vision and all our waves, no one's showing on either wave, so they're all in the jungle. So there is no advantage here. The advantage would come when they have to come to the Baron pit, right? Not right now. See what I mean?
So you would just like go catch waves here. It wouldn't
I would
be
make them show mid and then make them come to Baron if we want to start the fight. I'm not running into the jungle, coming to them into their jungle with because they have vision advantage, right? With
yeah.
like they probably have wards in their jungle or a pink ward or whatever, and you have zero wards, right? So they can always abuse terrain against you guys. The standoffs is where you're gonna benefit the most from like the concept of what we're creating angles, right? What we're talking about right now.
What do you mean
But
the standoff? Like when there's like people are on waves and it's like
no, the standoff for Baron Dragon and Atacon, like
uh
the dragon standoff, right? Where they're just staring at each other.
yeah.
So okay, you end up dying, they get Baron. So basically here, if you're going to push top, you should just push top all the like keep pushing top. Like the next phase is literally
Yeah.
close, and then ignore golems because it doesn't matter, and then group with your team. Or do the golems and just accept that you're too late to the top wave because it's 6 item, right? You just need an ARAM at this point. You being
Yeah.
split is just like really bad, giving opportunity for no reason. Yeah, I mean this is the death sentence, right? When you show here, instantly exposes your bot side.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's a good review for like just carrying team fights. I think you'll feel you're so much more impactful. Again, it's not about being sneaky as well, right? Just having the threat of the angle will make it so the fight's better. You can stare at them and they'll stare at you, but they'll have to stand in a certain way, and that's going to benefit your team anyway. So it's not about sneaking as well. Just to like,
True.
um,
So like,
be
let's
sure.
say they're on Dragon and your team is on the top side, you're behind them. All you got to do is like tether them, but like you're gonna create so much pressure, kind of being on their escape.
Exactly. You're going to line up Norlis for a free hook on anyone because they're all going to be standing on the right side. If you, let's say, um, yeah, like this scenario that I somehow clicked to, luckily. Let's say they're
Okay.
all here and you're in the pit or you're walking, threatening over here, standing here. Maybe someone's defending Trebush. You being here or in the pit, ready to go on them, makes them have to stand here, which is already terrible, right? Especially if you're already starting Dragon. That means eventually they're gonna have to walk up, but they walk this way and they're stuck against the wall, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.